This is Steve. He's in charge of the Petty Cash Fund for Bamboo Incorporated. What is a petty cash fund, you ask? Well, it is an account kept on hand for minor expenditures such as postage expenses, miscellaneous office supplies, or taxi fares. Petty cash funds are a form of cash control where the amount varies depending on the business. To establish the fund, a check is written for the amount required. The check is then cashed, and the account is placed under the care of a petty cash custodian. In this case, Steve. This is the journal entry for the petty cash fund Steve is in charge of. The petty cash fund is debited and a cash account is credited. That is, $100 is transferred from the cash account to the petty cash fund. Suppose Ty here wanted $50 to buy some office supplies. What could he do? He could take $50 from the petty cash fund, or he could pay for the supplies himself and be reimbursed. Either way, receipts must be collected. So what happens when the fund runs low? This is when you need to replenish the fund. The petty cash custodian must request a check for the difference between cash on hand and the total assigned to the fund. The receipts are used to record the expenses. In this journal entry for Bamboo Incorporated, you can see the expenses were debited and cash was credited. The receipts must equal the total amount to be replenished. But what if they don't? Suppose Steve here ate the receipt for the bus fare. The debit balance would be short by $4. What do we do now, Steve? That's right. Cash over and short is a temporary account with either debit or credit balance, depending on where the discrepancy is. For example, this is the journal entry Steve needs to record. Cash over and short has a debit balance and increases expenses to match cash. But what if Steve didn't eat the bus fare receipt and instead recorded the wrong amount on the check to replenish the fund? Here the cash account is short by $5. This can be charged to the cash over and short on the credit side to balance the expenses in cash. So now the petty cash fund is replenished and all is well, and Steve can go back to whatever it is that a panda usually does when he's not managing a petty cash fund. See you around, Steve.
Come down like a panda bear, still breathing the fresh mountain air.